What a beautiful day to be recording a tarot reading for you, my tribe, my family, my people. Thank you for stopping by. If you're new here, my name is Anakin. I am a psychic tarot reader, and today we're about to be getting into your tarot cards. Let's just get right into these cards right away. But boy. Yeah, sunny days, lots of positive vibrational energies coursing through the ether at this time. I know we have a massive eclipse coming up either today or tomorrow, so if you are experiencing symptoms of that, please let me know down below. I'd like to hear what everybody else is going through. But yeah, major endings and stuff like that. But let's see what the cards have to say. Ooh, High Priestess in reverse. Okay, so this is going to be a reading about your intuition, okay? You might have been feeling recently like your intuition has been a little bit off. You might be feeling like you're not as connected as you once used to be. You might also feel like the people that you're around right now, you're not being able to pick up on their thoughts and feelings or empathize with them as much as you used to be, okay? This is the High Priestess in reverse. And we're going to figure out exactly why that's happening to you. Okay, so let's get right into it. So we have the Five of Swords in reverse coming out right after this High Priestess. And so one of the things that's preventing or that's causing a little bit of a disconnect in your energy right now, especially with your source and your inner being, is competition energy, okay? This could be somebody around you who's being very competitive. Maybe they see you as somebody they want to be. They want to be in your position. They want to be where you're at. Excuse me. And so they're sort of like giving you this energy of competition. Another thing that this Five of Swords in reverse is talking about is it's like you're coming up against lessons to... It's like lessons that you've already learned, and you're coming up against them again so that you can prove to yourself that you've learned them. It's your higher self basically coming down and saying, well, I'm going to put this in front of you again, and if we have the discipline, if we've really learned the lesson, we won't do it again. And if we haven't learned the lesson, we'll have to go through that cycle again, okay? So these things are being presented to you at this time so that you can make that final decision to move forward and move on. Okay. Nine of Wands upper right. Okay, so another thing that might be making you feel disconnected, or like you're not in tune with that source, or like maybe you are sometimes but you aren't other times. One of the things is just believing in yourself. When we have a Nine of Wands come out, it's this man and he's looking sort of distressed, like he's tired, like he's been working, like he's already done, okay? And this is sort of where you're at. You're at a completion. Self-doubt. That's really what this card is making me think. Another thing that could be preventing you from connecting is self-doubt. You have nothing to doubt. You've already reached a completion. You already have all of the powers. That's what these Nine Wands represent. Like, you're already there. You don't need any more to add. You don't need anything else. You're already at that point. Okay, you are already connected to Swords, and it is pertinent that you understand that. Six of Pentacles. Okay, so we're moving on a little bit. So psychologically, you're feeling disconnected because of self-doubt and also competition. But another thing that will help you bring this back in, bring this Holy Spirit energy back into you quickly, is to start to give to your community and start to set boundaries so that if you are receiving, or if you're only giving, that you stop only giving, and if you're only receiving, that you cut that off too. I know Divine Masculine, one of the jobs of the Divine Masculine is to, when the masculine receives too much in an unfair way, that we cut that off, okay, that we set that boundary too. And that's sort of what a leader does, okay? It's sort of the difference between a tyrant and a leader. As a leader, if you feel like you're receiving too much, like, oh, this is not equal, this is not an equal exchange, then you correct it, okay? Even if the other person doesn't realize it, you correct it, and that's leadership. A tyrant would just continue to receive, continue to take, continue to take. But this is something that will help you connect back to source, okay? So if you're over receiving or if you're over giving, balance that out, okay? If you're not giving anything, balance that out. Give some, okay? Have a little bit of a balance with the give and take. Ace of Cups, okay. 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 So just know that this is a cycle. Okay, the Ace of Cups is showing me that this is a cycle. You're on the downward trend and you're about to be on an uptrend. It's just you have to go through the contrast. You have to go through what you don't like so that you know what you don't like, so that you can tell your subconscious mind what you want. Okay, you have to experience what you don't want so that you can know what you do want. Now, when I say that to you, I'm also saying to you, embrace the disconnect. Embrace the fact that you're not so connected as you once were to your intuition. Really embrace it and tell yourself, like, oh my goodness, I don't like this. I don't like being in this, but I'm going to appreciate the fact that I get to experience the lack of intuition, so that when I have intuition, when I feel intuitive, I can respect it. I can give it the golly that it deserves, okay? Ace of Cups coming out is also telling me that you have a relationship or relationships coming in, as well as opportunities, okay? So this isn't just looking bad. It's not just like you're dealing with karma or you're cursed. It's like you just had to deal with this to learn some lessons. This was your karmic path, yes, but you're going to come out of this lack of intuition very soon. Now we have the Devil in reverse coming out. Okay, so you have a relationship coming in or opportunities coming in that will help you determine devils. Help you see. They're going to help you see what it is in these past relationships, in these past attachments, that what it is that would have caused the relationship not to work out. Like, basically, you're going to see red flags that you didn't see at the beginning, that you weren't able to see because you didn't have the experience that you had. And now that you have the experience that you have, you're going to be able to identify those red flags and be like, oh, that's why I left that person behind. That's why I put that substance down. That's why I stopped going to that environment. It's because of this. Now, I didn't know at the beginning. I didn't know why, practically. And so you might have like gotten in these attachments because you didn't see the red flags, but now you can see them. And now, even when these people come back, or even when you go back to these environments to just see, you're going to recognize, oh my goodness, that's why I didn't go there. That's why I didn't like to be around that person. Four of Swords in reverse and the Magician upright. Okay, so you have tons of action to take, but I'm getting that metaphor. Don't vacuum the house without plugging in the vacuum. Yes, you can do a lot of action. You can be in motion. You can be walking, running, doing a bunch of stuff. But if the vacuum cleaner isn't turned on, you can walk around the house 3 times. It won't do anything. So before you take action, and you have a lot of action to take with the Magician here, do get connected. Do be connected to your source. Do be meditated. Do be well rested. Do be taking care of yourself and your mental health. And have in mind sort of a plan, but more like an intention. You don't really need a plan so long as you have an intention, a purpose. And if your purpose is to stay connected to source or to spread source consciousness as far as you can, then you can really take whatever actions you want. Because your intention is in the right place, okay? So I think the Four of Swords is talking about intentionality, being intentional with what you do, having good intentions, and also being connected to your inner being. The Magician is you taking action. What is it you taking action on? Bringing balance to the force, okay? Bringing balance to the force, bringing balance to your own inner being, but also being a balancer for others. Not because you balance them out, but because you're a balanced being in their presence. And because you're balanced in their presence, they're able to balance themselves out because they see that that's possible. Okay. Now, another thing I'm getting from this is your job is not to give people what they lack, which means if you see somebody and they negatively talk to themselves or they have negative self-talk and you're like, oh, I can help this person out, what I'll do is I'll just give them compliments. I'll just be their positive self-talk. See, that's not going to work because you are not always going to be in their presence. And so if you become their positive self-talk, what's going to happen is they're going to rely on you for that positive engagement. And it's going to become a codependent relationship. So instead of thinking to yourself, well, they talk negatively to themselves, so I'm going to start to be that person who gives them that crutch. Instead, be like, okay, I'm noticing them talk negatively to themselves. That means that I'm probably talking negatively to myself in some way. Okay? And even if you aren't, it's always good to reflect on what you're noticing in others, okay? Just to see, because the splinter we see in our brother's eye is the log we have in our own. Like, what you notice in somebody else is what you are, or what your shadow is. So that's the first thing, noticing and reflecting. Dang. Yeah, but not being that for them, not being the thing that keeps them in balance, but noticing and reflecting on. Because if they're talking negatively to themselves and they're in your presence, it's because, it's either because, I don't know why I'm blanking right now. It's because you're picking up on their energy. You're picking up on a part of you. You're noticing yourself in them, basically. Okay? And the thing to do to correct this is to speak positively to yourself and not worry about them. Okay? Just don't worry about other people. Speak positively to yourself. Set the example. Be the example. If you notice that somebody puts their dirty dishes in the sink all the time, don't just go and clean it up for them, you know? Show them by when you go to the sink, you don't put your dirty dish in there. You clean it and you put it in the dishwasher. And if they see you do that long enough, if they see you talking positively to yourself long enough, they're going to know that it's possible and they're going to start to try it. But people have pride and egos and all this stuff. So if you tell them to talk positively to themselves, they may not want to do it. But if they tell themselves in here, talk positively to yourself, he's doing it, she's doing it. If they see you doing it and then they convince themselves to do it, they're going to want to do it more than they're going to want to do it if you tell them to do it, okay? This is pride, this is ego, this is stuff like that. So just focus on you. If there's any message in that, it's just focus on you. Hangman in Reverse, you're about to receive some downloads, some epiphanies, maybe even some transmuting of some energy that takes you out of your current situation into a beautiful new situation. We have the Wheel of Fortune upright on the bottom of the deck. So the Hangman with the Wheel of Fortune, now I'm seeing the Empress here as well. But the Hangman is like you receiving downloads, you receiving epiphanies. You know, you didn't have, at the beginning of this reading, I'm talking about how in this current now reality, the intuition, has been blocked a little bit. But once you come back into balance, releasing this devil, starting this action again, once you start getting this energy moving, all of it's going to flood back in, okay? It's all going to flood back in very quickly, which is why we have the Hangman in Reverse. Massive changes, massive epiphanies, massive action that you want to take, maybe plans that you start to think about, like, oh my goodness, I don't even want to live here. I want to live somewhere else. I want to live on this side of the country. Oh my goodness, all of these downloads come in all at once. It's this big amount of energy. I want to do all this stuff. This is coming for you, okay? It's coming right after you get balanced. 7 of Wands in reverse and 7 of Cups upright. So we have 77 energy. 77 energy is prominent today. Okay, it's been in the air. It means spiritual work. It means doing the work on yourself. Okay. But here, with the Hangman, whatever downloads you get with the 7 of Wands in reverse, whatever comes your way, it's not gonna be, it's going to be easy for you to say it out loud, but for other people to receive that information, it's going to be difficult, especially the people around you right now. So they're saying, hey, keep it to yourself. Keep it within yourself. Maybe journal about it, write about it, but keep whatever epiphanies you get to yourself. This is going to help you make that next decision and make calculated decisions about these epiphanies. Because if you start to bring in other people, if you start to talk about your ideas that you've been receiving, you may pick up on different energies, and then all of a sudden you're all over the place. You have all these shiny objects, you have all these ideas to pick at. But if you keep it to yourself, these epiphanies, what's going to happen is you'll get sort of a sense of where to go, of a direction in which to head in. Okay? King of Wands, that's confirmation that you're going to be a master of this. You're going to be a master manifester, in control of your creation. As a result of this. Yeah, so if you've been feeling like wary, like I don't really know what's going on, like what happened in this Mercury retrograde, the beginning of September was weird. Yes, that is exactly what these cards are saying. And what's going to happen is we have an epiphany coming, and it looks like you're going to have wish fulfillment, master manifesting ability coming in as time moves forward. Time is a big thing, okay? Time is a big thing. Timing. It's going to take time. It's going to take patience. It's going to take time and patience. Time and patience. 77. Twice. 2 readings that came up today. Interesting. Maybe look into the number 77. Or maybe that's a significant number in your life. Let's do symbols. Let's do a sacred symbol. Divinity. Again, the 7-pointed star. 7, big energy, big 7 energy right now. 7 might be your number. 7 is a divine number. You know, there are 7 days of creation. On the 7th day, we rested. We've had 3 prophets every 2,000 years. It's been about 2,000 years since our last one, Jesus Christ. And that was 6,000 years recorded history. We're now in the 7,000th year. Okay? We've had prophet every 2,000 years. Jesus was 2,000 years ago. We're pretty much due for a prophet. We're pretty much due for a prophet. Maybe in 2033, we may be receiving a prophet. We're in the 1,000 years. Jesus is supposed to rule the earth for 1,000 years. It's coming, guys. Okay, focus on divinity. Focus on divinity. That's really what it is. You're not right now. In your life, you may have career stuff going on. You may have relationship stuff going on. You may have family stuff going on. But Source, your spirit guides, they want you focused on your meditations, on your breath work, on your mind movie, on your dimensional shifting of reality, of your quantum leaping. They want you focused on the quantum realm. They want you focused on the 4D, on the 5D. They want you focused on the beautiful fantasy world that is in this world today. They don't want you focused on mundane stuff. They don't want you focused on real life stuff, on adult stuff. They want you focused on divinity, fairies, okay? Growth. Growth is coming. I just said fairies, so I'm going to pull out my fairy deck. I put this fairy deck away because it's a little bit obscene. There's like nudity in it, so I'm going to cover that up if I can. Let's see what the fairies have to say to you. Growth is coming, okay? Yeah, focusing on your divinity is super important on this connection. What do the fairies have to say to you? 10 of Swords, ending. What's ending? The King of Wands. Cancer energy, okay? 10 of Swords to the King of Wands. What is ending the what are the fairies? There's like an ogre. There's an ogre in your presence who the fairies want to deal with. In fact, they've sent a king to deal with this ogre. What is going on? How are you going to deal? What is going on? 9 of Pentacles. They want you to just relax. The fairies want you to relax. They're dealing with this ogre in your presence. They're saying that they've got it. Yes. Okay. This guy's got you. Okay. He's got this big old club, and then we got this ogre here. It looks like you do have like an ogre maybe in your presence, but it's being dealt with by your fairies. That's what's going to happen. 9 of Pentacles, yeah, you can just relax in abundance. You can just relax in your abundance. Anything else, fairies, before I let you guys go? Two of Cups. Love. They see love coming in. This is the obscene card, so I can't show you this one. But this is the Two of Cups. This is a naked woman. Yeah. That's what I'm getting. You just have this like disgusting, vile energy around you. This Debbie Downer. And this fairy finally is coming in and dealing with this mofo. And it's going to put you in a position of relaxation. It's going to put you in a position... it's going to put you in a position to receive love. To receive a very, very good love connection that's coming in for you. The Magician coming in for you very soon. Yeah, the lovers. The lovers. The fairies want to talk to you about the lovers, but not too much. What they're saying is that they're dealing with a nasty energy around you. So you're protected by the fairies. You're protected. And this could come off as like, the fairies like to humiliate your enemies. So you might see your enemies or people trying to do you wrong get humiliated or made fun of or laughed at. And that's how you know it's the fairies, okay? And they understand that it's a cosmic joke. It's a cosmic giggle, you know, like making fun of things and making fun of people. We should all be able to make fun of ourselves. We should all be able to have a sense of humor. And the fairies, in my opinion, they really bring that out. If you're not making fun of yourself already, they're going to be making fun of you, okay? All right. Is there anything else that the collective would like to know about anything going on? I know that your intuition is coming back in. Focus on divinity is huge. You have a love connection coming in through the fairies. They're helping you deal with an ogre. Is there anything else? Abundance. 8 of coins. If anything, your spirit guides want to remind you, like, don't worry about abundance, don't worry about finances, don't worry about any of that stuff. That is all pretty much promised for you. If this has resonated with you, abundance is not a problem for you. Okay, let me see if there's anything else I can talk about with that. Peace and satisfaction. Yeah, you have a lot of peace and satisfaction heading your way. So if anything, take your focus and put it towards things that make you feel happy, make you feel joy, make you feel satisfied. And that's where I'm going to leave the reading today. It has been an honor and a privilege to do your reading today. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.